So, Tyler, you've worked with different colleges and universities, right?
Correct. We've done stuff with the University of San Diego. We've also do work with the University of New Hampshire School of Hospitality. So yeah, we worked with some universities.
And so what are some of the practices that you have kind of implemented or, basically things that you saw those universities not doing correctly that you were like, okay, we need to change and edit this, especially for social media?
Well, a perfect example is let's just take the University of New Hampshire and their School of Hospitality. They're trying to basically educate the future leaders of who they want to run or manage hotels down the road. That ideal target student right now is maybe a 10th grader in high school, right? Okay. And what they were doing prior to working with us is all their efforts were 100% on Facebook and in LinkedIn. Well, a 10th grader is not on Facebook or LinkedIn. So you got to go where the fish are biting, right? So be in the appropriate channels. Now, also, of course, in that instance too, what they might do, how they would relate or resonate with that 10th grader in high school, it's going to be very challenging. So that's where you have to tap into, we call them student ambassadors. So maybe incoming freshmen who wanted to get some extra credit or do some additional work or gain some experience through the university. They kind of help champion that content, right? That they were trying to create to resonate with those 10th graders or 11th graders at the high school level. And then, of course, the other thing too is some people just aren't going to care about seeing content from those universities, but that's where you can leverage the ad platform. So we've had them testing out TikTok ads, for example. So, going on those apps or those social networks, I should say, where your target demographic is probably the most important thing, not just, lumping everything in the same box like, oh, well, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Instagram. Like, you really have to know who your target audience is and where you're going to find them. Now, the other thing too, I should say, I'm not saying Facebook or Instagram is not a platform that a university wouldn't use. A lot of times that's where you're going to tap into some of your current students or parents, because parents can definitely impact and have influence over where their children go to school as well.
That's very true. And that's great advice, Tyler. I love that.